Hello everyone. Today let's we discuss the basic concept about the romantic period or how romantic period is different from other ages. So for the discussion of this topic, today I have just invited two of my friends through the video. So there is about the Bhumi Joshi and Nidhi Jasani. So they both introduced the basic concept or their own concept or point of view about the romantic period. So let's we know just the basic concept from two of my friend who has done MPhil with me also. So let's we just listen them. So
Thank you, Dipti, providing such opportunity. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. This single line of the poem, Ode on a Grecian Urn, defines the spirit of whole era, which is written by John Keats. Yes, of course, Romanticism. We are going to talk about a Romanticism. The Romantic age is the most remarkable age of English literature. There was a politically and socially several changes came in the history of England during 1800 to 1850, which is considered as the Romantic age. This age was notable because of Reform Bill, which was passed in 1832, and it is the mighty political upwell that known as Age of Revolution. During this age, literature suddenly developed in a new creative spirit which shows itself in a poetry of Wordsworth, Coleridge, Shelley, Byron, Keats, and in a prose, Scott, Jane Austen, Lamb, Thomas de Quincey, a wonderful group of writers whose patriotic enthusiasm suggests this age as the second creative period of English literature. So the question is how to define Romanticism. What is Romanticism? What is this emotional tide which ebbs and flows throughout the history of English literature? So Romanticism, generally speaking, in the expression in terms of art, of sharpened sensibility, heightened imaginative feelings. Romanticism is an imaginative point of view that has influenced many art forms and has left its mark on philosophy and history. The essence of Romanticism is a spontaneous and unaffected in nature and in a man to be free to follow its own fancy and in its own way. Romantic literature was essential nobleness of common man and the value of individualism. It was also some extent reaction against the Enlightenment and the 18th century's realism, rationalism and materialism in general. Liberty, equality and fraternity. Liberty, equality, fraternity are fundamental and impressed itself on the youthful imaginations of Wordsworth and Coleridge poetry. Better said that the essential of Romanticism, romantic spirit, are curiosity and love of beauty. One can behold definite shift in sensibility and feeling, particularly in relation to natural order and in nature. It is increasing interest in nature and in a natural primitive way of life. It is an association of human moods with the mood of nature and the subjective feeling for it. It emphasizes on the need for spontaneous in thought and action and more on in a personal expressions. Hence, we can conclude Romanticism include an intense focus on human subjectivity and exaltation of nature, which was seen as a vast reciprocity of a symbol of a childhood, a spontaneous of primitive forms of society, of a human passion and emotions of poet, of the sublime of our imaginations as more comprehensive and inclusive faculty than the reason.
Hello friends, this is Niti Jasani here, and today we are going to talk about the Romanticism or a Romantic era. Romanticism or Romantic era was an artistic, literary, musical and intellectual movement or period towards the end of the 18th century in history of English literature. The Romantic was focused on individualism, means Romantic writers focuses on the individuality and the growth and progress of the individual person. Romantic age, also known as age of enlightenment, rationalism and classicism. One more thing is that the Romantic period has brings one of major social change in England. The Industrial Revolution was provided employment in the Romantic age. The Romantic age, also known as Age of Enlightenment, as well as a reaction against the scientific rationalization of nature. The French Revolution was an especially important influence on political thinking of many notable Romantic figures at this time as well. The most notable feature of the poetry of this time or this period is the new role of individual thoughts and personal feeling. In this duration, a writer or the poet express their personal feelings in the literary works. The Romantic founds the source of poetry in the particular unique experience. Another good quality of Romantic writer was its shift from the imitative assumption of the neoclassical age. In short, we can say that the Romantic age is a focus on individuality, progress of individuality and the expression of personal feelings of the individual person. So thank you and have a nice day.
Yes, so after listening their views, now perhaps you have cleared the basic concept of the Romantic period. So that is just try, and for that, thank you to Bhumi and Nidhi, both of you, that you just send me such kind of video and you spend such time for me. So thank you Bhumi and Nidhi once again, and thank you to all of you.